Hello everyone and welcome to Alethra-zin RPG. Today I thought it would be fun to make a character for the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition role-playing game. As you can see here, I have my player's handbook, which was released in 1989, and this particular copy is of the 10th printing, August 1993. Okay, first things first, and I think the first thing is probably ability scores. So I could start with the character's name, age, weight, height, sex, or something like that. But let's just go ahead and do something a little dicey. Okay, so before I get out the character sheet, I'm going to roll for the different abilities. But I want to show page 13 of the player's handbook has no less than, I say no more than 6 methods for determining the ability scores. I like method 5, and that's what I use for also Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, where you roll 4 6-sided dice and discard the lowest roll. So here goes. Okay, now it's time to assign my ability scores, my numbers to the abilities. So here's my Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition character sheet. So maybe I'll zoom in a little bit so all of you good people can see. There we go. There we go. Okay, I apologize for the shakiness. I only recently got this stand and I did not know how bad it would be. I have no experience. But anyway, no XP at that. Here are my scores. So I'm not going to make a big deal out of this, but I'm going to put this 8. I'm going to go ahead and put that in Constitution. So 9 in Strength. And go ahead 14 Intelligence. Charisma 11. Wisdom 10. Dexterity 10. Okay, there we go. Now, there's this to contend with. Okay, let's see what the Almighty Player's Handbook has to say about it. Okay, so we're going to start off with Strength. Let's go ahead. Here's the chart for that. So it says here that with a strength of 9, hit probability is normal and there is no damage adjustment. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. Weight allowance. It's 35. So far, max press 90. Open doors 5. Bend bars, lift gates 1%. So, okay. Let's just speed this up just a little bit, okay? So now it's time to pick the race of my character. Let's see, we have dwarves. We have elves. And let's see, gnomes, half-elves, halflings, and humans. I'm lazy, so I'm going to choose human. Okay, it's got that. Okay, class. Let's see. Obvious. So I'm looking for the wizard, mage, sorcerer, you know. Here it is. Ability requirements, intelligence, 9. Primary requisite, intelligence. Races allowed, human, elf, half-elf. Got that covered. Now obviously there are charts in the player's handbook for this, but I thought I would go ahead and use my Dungeon Master screen. The information is right here. It's easily accessible. I don't have to flip through any pages. Character saving throws. The saving throw categories. We have paralyzation, poison, or death magic, rod, staff, or wand, petrification or polymorph, breath weapon, and spell. Okay, and for wizards, look at the very bottom here. Wizards levels 1 to 5. You have these numbers 14, 11, 13, 15, and 12, and I have written them down already, as you can see. So here's petrification polymorph. 13 is the number. And in 2nd edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, to make a saving throw, you have to roll that number or higher. So as you progress, the numbers get lower. So you have looked in the face of Medusa, perhaps for the last time. Yeah, definitely the last time. Okay, so now I want to talk about proficiencies. Now, proficiencies are basically skills, and you may hear of them or read about them, and they are referred to as proficiency slots or non-weapon proficiency slots. And here's the chart to determine. You have group or class, you have wizard, and I'm going to ignore this for now, but go here, non-weapon proficiencies, initial, that's what you get at first level, and then number levels, right? So basically what it means is you, like for example, let's look at the wizard. Let's go across. The wizard starts out with 4 initial non-weapon proficiencies. So initially 4 non-weapon proficiencies, and at every level thereafter, divisible by 3, that character, he or she, receives another proficiency slot. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and look at the actual available non-weapon proficiency. What's that? Non-weapon proficiencies. So non-weapon proficiency groups, general, for any class. Then you have priest, rogue, warrior, and wizard. Okay, so I'm going to give a little bit of an example on how this is done. For example, let's say astrology. This character wants to be proficient at astrology. So I look over here and it says number of slots required, 2. So that simply means out of the 4 that this character initially gets, 2 must be spent to have this proficiency. Now, this this proficiency is based on intelligence. That's the relevant ability, intelligence. And I go on over, and the check modifier is 0. So what that means, in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition, to make an ability check, you have to roll your ability score or lower. So, you might say someone wants to stand on one foot and balance something using dexterity, 10. That's right. So dexterity is 10, so I got to roll 10 or lower. And that's a failure, but you can see how that could be adjusted. You could get a bonus, which would be a minus, negative, or increase. You say, okay, increase the score. Okay, by 2, you get a +2 bonus. So 10, 11, 12. So got to roll 12 or lower. Now back to proficiencies. Let's say, for example, this wizard wants to learn, say, engineering. That's going to require 2 slots tied to intelligence and at -3. So what that means is you would say, okay, intelligence, in this example is 14. So effectively, when this character wants to use the engineering proficiency or skill, it's going to become 11. So we've got to roll 11 or lower. Now, a proficiency number, the score can actually be increased by buying more slots or purchasing more slots. So let's say this character wanted astrology and went ahead and said, okay, I'm going to put all 4 of my slots. My beginner 4 slots. Got 4 slots. I'm going to put all 4. So it would no longer be 0. It would be +1. So in other words, when using the astrology proficiency, effectively, intelligence of 14 would become 15. Got to roll 15 or lower, right? So, and obviously, if it's a minus or a negative number, you buy an extra slot. That -3 is going to become -2, and then if you buy another one, it's going to be -1, and then another 0, and then finally +1, etc., etc. So that's a little bit about that. I'm going to go ahead and pick these out for my character. writing, fishing. So this is tied to intelligence. Minus 2. So once again, intelligence group 2. It's 12. And so reading and writing, intelligence +1, fishing, wisdom -1. I decided that this character is coastal. So, is this character good or evil? Good 1, evil 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Evil it is. What about law, chaos, neutrality? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chaos. Chaotic evil it is. Okay, for my character to go up to 2nd level, the character needs 2,500 XP. Level 2, 300 XP. That's 5th edition. Those were different times. Okay, I made a bit of a mistake concerning proficiency slots. So here's the intelligence ability score table again. My character has 14 intelligence. Now, it states that this column, number of languages, also, if non-weapon proficiencies are used, also tells how many extra proficiency slots that a character gets according to his or her intelligence score. And in this case, my character should have gotten 4 extra non-weapon proficiency slots. Oops, I made a mistake. I do it all the time. Okay, hit points. Three. Thaco. Calculated Thacos. Wizard. Level 1, 20. Thank you for watching my Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition character creation video. If you liked it, thought it was mildly entertaining, please like and subscribe and let me know what kind of content you would like in the future. I will try to improve the channel and hopefully go from there. So thank you very much and have a good one.